Well, let's start today with the LL League Baseball playoffs. 4 teams left vying for that coveted league title that dates all the way back to 1973. Tonight, a pretty special night, I would say, on opening night. It's May 4th, Star Wars night. You guys have to be excited about the kind of the craziness that's going to go on with that. What can people expect when they come out here?
You know, May the 4th be with you.
Our coverage of the 2015 U.S. Women's Open continues here at the prestigious Lancaster Country Club. The 4 days of competition will test the best female golfers in the world on every single shot they take. We are following wrestlers from Warwick, Garden Spot, Calico, Mannheim Central, and it has been a good start to the tournament so far. We should mention one big factor tonight here in LITITZ. The temperatures are tipping out right now around 90 degrees, so coaches and trainers obviously keeping an eye on it. They've had their players hydrating all week long. We'll move indoors to the volleyball court, where the LL League Championship cannot be affected by weather. Unbeaten Mannheim Central back in the title game for the 2nd straight year, but they had to contend with a Hempfield squad that has filled up so many boys volleyball trophy cases, they are now renting out storage to hold them. Blake Galen out here to chat with us, back for the 7th year here in a Barnstormers uniform, so certainly very comfortable and hitting pretty good. Team got off to a slow start, but now you guys have kind of caught fire. How's the team feeling as you get ready for your first home game?
Hey Chad, lots of history between these two teams, but it's been all Mannheim lately.
You are correct, Brian. These two teams have been playing since 1948. Warwick getting the win in that first year, by the way. It was a pretty even rivalry all the way up until 1983. But since that point, it has been 20 straight victories for the Barons. We're here at the Lancaster Country Club, home of the 2015 U.S. Women's Open. I'm Chad Landers, joined by LITITZ native and local amateur golfer Allison Weaver. Now, Allie, you are very familiar with the course. Why don't you explain a little bit some of the difficulties that the golfers will be facing? What's the thought of potentially, you know, they haven't made up any sections, you guys haven't seen any of that yet?
Well, we have seen proposed sections.
Hit me with it, this is breaking news. Meet Sergeant Chris Funk, an active member of the U.S. Army Military Police. He's been away from his family for the past 7 years, stationed in Hawaii and now Kentucky. And this is going to be an extra special holiday season for Chris.
I get the opportunity to come home once or twice a year, and it's always good to see family, but this is the first time I'll be able to be home over the holidays. And of course, the first time to see my brother play basketball. Chris is actually the older brother of Mannheim Central scoring phenom Taylor Funk. And for the past 4 years, while Taylor has been dominating the Lancaster Lebanon League, Chris has yet to see a single one of his brother's games. So Wednesday night, just hours after returning home on leave, Chris finally got to see what Taylor Funk is all about. Nice. That quick release. Some range. That was pretty deep. It's been good just to be here live, to see his abilities. He definitely calls me, lets me know how good he's doing and how the team's doing. But just to be here in the atmosphere with all the family around and just be able to see him play for the first time, it's a phenomenal feeling.
It's really exciting. I'm so happy he's here. This is what we've been waiting for 4 years. So I think before college, it's just fun to have him watch one game.
I think he's real proud of him. He just keeps saying, get in the paint more, 6'9", you better get in the paint. It's just fun to have Chris here. He knows the game, and he regrets not getting to see him much, but that's what happens in the military. You're not around.
The night's festivities just the start of a Christmas celebration for Chris and his family that has been a long time coming.
Looking forward to being with family Christmas Eve and just spending time with the family. It's very rare that we all get time to get together and due to it being the holidays, everybody's home. That's the best thing, just being here with family.
Beautiful sunny day for competition at the prestigious 121st PENN Relays. 8 different states in the country of Jamaica represented in Friday's high school discus event. Warwick's David Lucas, one of the favorites to win the whole thing, using last year's experience to help create a winning mindset this time around.
This year I came into it and I was really trying to focus on controlling what I can control. So the minute that I step into that circle, I'm in control of what's going on, and that's all I can worry about. Whatever happens to the disc once it comes off my hand, that's a product of what happens in the circle.
Lucas extremely focused on what he had to do to finish in medal contention. On his first throw in preliminaries, sets a new career high, a 198.9, catapulting him to the top of the pack.
I just want to be consistent. I want to take it easy on the first throw, be controlled and hit good positions, and turned up, throwing an 8-foot PR. So I was very excited to start off the series with that.
Just minutes later, on his third and final attempt at the prelims, Lucas sets another career high, this time 199.7.
To hit a big PR like that in a meet like this with great competition, I'm super excited.
With that throw, Lucas was seated second heading into the finals behind Trevor DeTillione from Ohio, who threw at 203.6. All 8 competitors in the final rounds would try to beat that mark, but no one was able. Even Lucas could not improve on his career high. So the Warwick senior brings home silver and could not have been more proud after the meet.
To have a medal from Penn Relays, I think says a lot. Not many people get are blessed, to be able to come out here and be able to compete and to continue to progress, in the manner that I have. I'm thrilled to come out with a second place medal.
Lucas was the top thrower from Pennsylvania and will now try to take that effort into the postseason, where he'll be gunning for the rare trifecta, gold at leagues, districts, and states. Reporting from the Penn Relays in Philadelphia, Chad Landers, News 11 Sports.
What a huge week it is for golf in Lancaster County. Our preview series for the 70th annual U.S. Women's Open continues. Today, News 11 Sports' Chad Landers talks about the overall difficulty level of the course, specifically on hole number 12.
Our coverage of the 2015 U.S. Women's Open continues here at the prestigious Lancaster Country Club. The 4 days of competition will test the best female golfers in the world on every single shot they take. I'm joined by LITITZ native and local amateur golfer Allison Weaver, and we're going to take you on a unique first-hand look at exactly what these golfers will be facing. Allison, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Let's start with one of the most difficult holes on the entire course, the par 3 12th hole. It may look short at 169 yards to the pin, but looks can be deceiving.
I think this is a very intimidating hole. You have bunkers in the back, you have water in the front. There's a creek that runs in front of the green. So if you actually hit the green, you can kind of see the false front of the green. If you hit anywhere in the center and have any kind of backspin on your ball rolls right off and it can go in the water. They keep that short enough in the front there that they make sure that it rolls back. Par would be a good score.
So golfers will pay special attention to the water in the front of this green, but if their tee shot sails long, they'll have a whole new set of challenges ahead of them, starting with the 4 large bunkers on the back side of the green.
It's extremely tough. You have to get it out of the bunker, and not only get it out of the bunker, you have to get it the right speed to get to the hole but not go in the water.
Are you really sweating this shot if you're in the tournament?
Yeah. It's not the most pleasant place to be.
So let's assume the players avoid the sand trap at all costs, but end up leaving themselves a long putt for birdie. They'll still have to deal with incredibly fast and sloped greens, which doesn't lend itself to shooting a low score.
I think they're going to make them as fast as they possibly can. They're going to make it very hard for the players on a green like this to, stay below the hole. And I think anything above this hole, it's going to be a very treacherous putt. And I think they're going to make them extremely quick to make players have to hit the ball in a certain area.
You heard it here first from our local golf expert. Hole number 12, birdies will be hard to come by. Par is the goal, but absolute craziness is sure to ensue. So mark it down and stop on by when you get to the course. Reporting from the Lancaster Country Club, Chad Landers, News 11 Sports.
Thank you, Chad and Allison.
We're now over here at Spooky Nook Sports to catch up with Manheim Central's team leader and leading scorer, Taylor Funk. Thanks for joining us. Are you ready to shoot around and answer a couple of questions for us?
I'm absolutely ready.
Nice. All right, so it's been a couple of great years for you, 3 years. Tell us what it's been like to play for Manheim Central and all the great teammates you've had.
Well, it's been great. I mean, coaching has been incredible. The teammates, the great guys. We never had any trouble with any of the guys. We stay out of trouble. We have a lot of fun when we play. We're just all good friends, and we know how to play basketball. We know how to have fun with it.
Talk to us a little bit about the recruitment process. That's a big deal for everybody in high school. Obviously, early on, you figured out you were going to play at a pretty high level. Tell us about why you picked where you went and kind of how that all went down for you.
I picked St. Joe's. The coach, I mean, he's incredible. He's like a father, and that's what he preaches. He preaches family, school, basketball, but he's told me, he said, I'm going to be your dad for the next 4 years, and that's exactly what I wanted in a coach.
One final test. Again, I apologize, we're not in school, but we are at your favorite spot on the court. Let's end the interview on a good note. All right, make this one.
All right.
There you have it. Never a doubt. Taylor Funk, thanks so much for joining us today. Have a great season. Coming up after the break, we will take a look at more of the impact players around the Lancaster Lebanon League that should really shine this year. Spoiler alert, Taylor will be one of them. We'll be right back.